Tucker Carlson interviewed the president of Iran, and he caught a lot of bullshit for it. How dare you interview the president of Iran? I don't have a problem with somebody interviewing the president of Iran. I don't see why you guys do either. I think people should look, if we're about to spend billions of dollars funding a war against a country, or potentially even go into war with that country ourselves, which I pray to God neither of those happen and both sides actually agree on a deal, why shouldn't us, the people who are writing the checks nonetheless, why shouldn't we be able to hear from the other side? I'm not saying we got to agree with them, but why shouldn't we at least be able to hear their side? Why should we just take the word from the government, our government, who, by the way, stands to profit immensely off of going to war? These individuals in government do. Why should we only be allowed to hear from the people in our government who have a financial incentive to go to war? I'm not saying I agree with the president of Iran. I'm not saying I believe the president of Iran. But I think it's foolish to suggest, and it's naive to suggest, that people shouldn't be able to hear what he has to say. I mean, what if we had someone around? I mean, this never would have worked 20 years ago because the media was censored. They were patsies, right? What if 20 some years ago, before we went into Iraq, somebody interviewed Saddam Hussein? We could have avoided a lot of bullshit. We could have avoided a lot of dead Americans who went in there for a lie back in the 2000s. Wouldn't have meant we agreed with Saddam Hussein, but it at the very least would have made people ask some more questions. The problem with Tucker Carlson's interview, though, is we're not focusing on the substance of what the president of Iran said. People are focusing on the fact that the guy said, when we say death to America, we're not talking about all Americans. We're just talking about their foreign policy, which is obviously bullshit. And Tucker didn't push back on it, which was a mistake. Tucker, look, I like Tucker. I like his interview style, but I wish he would push back. Now, I defended him when he didn't push hard on Putin, right? You go over to Moscow on their home turf for an in-person interview. You're surrounded by Russian mafia and KGB thugs. You're not going to be all that confrontational with him either. This was on a Zoom call, this Iranian thing. He could have pushed back more on that. Come on, man. A kinder, gentler death to America. Come on. Like, if I stand outside my neighbor's house and chant death to his name, and he calls the cops, and the cops show up, and I'm like, no, I just wanted death to the way he mows his lawn. Makes me sick. I don't actually want him to die. Are the cops going to believe me? No, of course not. Of course not. But all you guys sitting out there saying we can't hear from the other side. No, I think we need to hear from the other side. I think if we're going to go to war with a country, the American media has a responsibility to hear from the other side. Because, yes, of course they're going to spew propaganda. But if you don't think our government spews propaganda, then I got news for you, sweetheart.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.